Seeing Gu Yu Changge charging in, everyone was seething, thinking he was just there to stir up trouble since he couldn't help. But this absolute unit just casually says, "Don't worry, how could I bear to leave you all to face this alone?" Bro thinks he's him. This is enough to make them want to throw hands. TBH, we feel even more uneasy with you here, dude. At this moment, Gu Yu Changge said nothing, just tapped the defense shield of the group, causing it to crack wide open. At first, the crack was tiny, but in the blink of an eye, it grew larger, allowing a spooky purple aura to seep deep inside. The girl standing nearby sensed that Gu Yu Changge's aura was off, and hurriedly turned to look, startled and horrified. "This aura of yours? Could it be?" Before she could finish, she saw Gu Yu Changge's terrifying face. A wicked expression with ice-cold eyes appeared, and he added a sarcastic remark. "Not bad. Didn't expect to be discovered so quickly." But it was too late for regrets. The crack spread, and the protection shattered like a soap bubble. Just as the group inside realized something was wrong, boom, a supermassive explosion occurred, sending everyone flying in different directions. Those nearby were also caught in the blast's aftershock, sent flying across the battlefield. Miserable screams echoed through the sky. Some were still dazed and confused, while others were scrambling to escape. Gu Yu Changge then began his A-list acting performance, his face showing extreme fear, trembling and shouting, "Everyone, run while you still can! They're too strong! We can't handle them! This place must be a setup to ambush us! The elders have bravely sacrificed themselves to block the way for us! Hurry and run! Don't let their sacrifice be in vain!" On the other side, the elders were screaming in pain, their wounds spreading and corroding their bodies. This is the fitting end for those who dared to scheme against the ultimate big boss, Gu Yu Changge. The only thing left behind were bloodstains on the cold battlefield. On the opposite side, the crowd was so moved that they cried when they saw this overly realistic act. They also felt lucky and happy to be born in the upper realm, protected by the devoted elders. Little did they know the cruel truth behind it, because those who knew the truth had already been sent to the afterlife. Gotta admit, Gu Yu Changge's acting skills are top-tier level fake. Afterward, the group began to retreat on warships, constantly discussing among themselves. Although hell was finally flattened, everyone reminded each other not to be complacent when collecting spoils, because this place is full of deadly traps. And most importantly, the whereabouts of the Hell Lord is still a big question mark. In another scene, the third palace master sadly turned to ask the Hell Crown Prince, "Are we just gonna watch hell collapse?" The Crown Prince was truly unwilling. The Crown Prince looked at his hands and helplessly replied, "What can we do now? Gu Yu Changge is too strong. We have no chance to fight back. There's no other choice." He thought to himself, "The only one strong enough to stop that monster Gu Yu Changge is probably the Hell Lord." A moment later, the scene shifted to a magnificent palace where the people of Hell were gathered. Everyone was shocked, and both the Crown Prince and the third palace master were startled to see the presence of Mengpo and the second palace master. Mengpo smirked. "Oh my, you two dragged yourselves here too?" The second palace master was equally panicked. "Even the Crown Prince is here?" After this awkward encounter, everyone felt ashamed and wanted to disappear. Just as the atmosphere was tense, Gu Yu Changge entered and slowly said, "It seems everyone is here, saving me the trouble of looking for you." Gu Yu Changge began to introduce the true owner of this palace, and ordered them to stay here and work for her from now on. Seeing this, the second elder, now spoke up, "We can handle the next steps smoothly, but this girl looks too weak. How can she be qualified to lead us with such a weak cultivation?" Meng Peng immediately chimed in, "That's right, young master, she's too weak. Even I can easily beat her up." The Crown Prince also nodded thoughtfully. "It's true, in terms of strength she's not qualified." The third palace master also showed dissatisfaction with this arrangement. "In the upper realm, strength is the truth. What's so special about this girl that you favor her so much, young master?" The girl, feeling looked down upon, just smirked and asked, "Why?" "Simple, because I followed Gu Yu Changge before you guys. Is that reason enough to convince you? You probably don't believe it, right? Gu Yu Changge, hurry and confirm it, or they'll say I'm lying." The four of them were stunned, still unable to process this information. Could it be that the rule of first come first served is really true? Gu Yu Changge then coughed lightly and smiled. "That's right. I value the order of joining. The one who comes first has more authority." On this side, Ada remained silent, But Ji Yu Wudi spoke up with imposing authority. Exactly! Order is clear. The one who comes first is the big bro, the one who comes later is the little bro. From now on, you have to respectfully call me big bro when you see me, got it? Seeing that Ji Yu Wudi was weak but still trying to act like a boss, the four of them glared at him, causing him to pale and quickly take back his words. Oops, just kidding, please forgive me, big bros. Gotta say, Ji Yu Wudi is the comic relief of this series. Every time he appears, he's hilarious. Outside, the Upper Realm army has begun to withdraw from the 100 Realms battlefield. Seeing the departing crowd, including Ji Yu Changge, Qing sadly asked her father, Ji Yu Changge is really leaving. Will he ever come back? The father sighed and advised, Qing it's already a great blessing that you met Ji Yu Changge. Don't hope for anything more. We can never reach someone like him. The scene shifts to Lu Ming's group. The old man with them sighed regretfully. I thought this trip to the Upper Realm would bring us a lot of spoils, but it turned out to be a complete waste. Lu Ming was being supported by his lover, who asked, Lu Ming, are you hurt anywhere? Luo Ming turns around, eyes filled with regret. We were too naive. This upper realm is just a minefield of unpredictable traps. Maybe returning to the lower realm is the best decision right now. Half a month later, at Ji Yu Changge's residence, our boy lazily pulls up his system interface, muttering, It's been ages since I've seen any decent rewards, or any new quests from the system. Seriously, what's the deal? At first, Ji Yu Changge thought this system was his golden ticket to world domination after transmigration. But ever since he regained his memories of being a demon world overlord, it's been radio silence. He starts pondering the link between the Chosen Ones and the system, or if it's actually just part of his demon lord identity. Ji Yu Changge sits down, silently gazing at the night sky, letting out a sigh. Even his memories of transmigrating are getting blurrier. He sits in silence, feeling a bit strange that all his top-tier scheming and calculations only bring him a sense of weariness. Suddenly, soft footsteps approach from behind. None other than Ji Yu Xianxia. Seeing that somewhat lonely figure, Ji Yu Xianxia thinks to herself, does he always have to bear this loneliness? I should have realized this sooner. Then, she involuntarily recalls the dark future she once saw, where Ji Yu Changge turns into a demon, slaughtering and destroying everything. She resolves that she definitely won't let that terrible thing happen. Absolutely never. At this moment, Ji Yu Changge feels someone rush over and hug him from behind. He smiles, turning around, guessing, Xianxia, right? Ji Yu Xianxia just hugs him tightly without saying a word. Seeing that the atmosphere seems a bit heavy, Ji Yu Changge teases, what's with the sudden affection? Where have you been playing all this time? If you didn't show up soon, I was gonna personally hunt you down. Ji Yu Xianxia pouts, don't tease me, okay? I'm starting to work hard from the smallest things to get stronger, unlike you who can just instantly dominate everything. Just one move, and you blew up a whole hell. Seeing her sulking, Ji Yu Changge laughs. Looks like you've been keeping up with my news pretty closely, huh? You must have been missing me like crazy? Ji Yu Xianxia retorts, don't be so full of yourself. Ji Yu Changge just smiles wryly. Alright, it's good to see you back safe. Let's go home together now. Your old masters must be worried sick. She once again remembers the horrifying scene from before. After she died, her masters were also demonized and brutally murdered by Ji Yu Changge. She silently vows to keep a close eye on Ji Yu Changge from now on. After a little heart-to-heart, Ji Yu Changge and Ji Yu Xianxia head straight back to the small village where her four masters are anxiously waiting. As soon as they arrive, she walks up to the four old geezers and loudly announces, Hey everyone, Ji Yu Xianxia, I'm officially back. After that meaningless greeting, she finally goes to greet her masters. Ji Yu Changge also politely greets the seniors, long time no see, how have you all been? The group greets him back, and can't help but be surprised to see him with Xianxia. Just then, a super cute and familiar little girl comes toddling over. Ji Yu Changge gently strokes her head and asks Han, how's it going, little sister? Are you doing well here? Have you gotten used to living here? The little girl quickly replies, yes, it's great here. Everyone loves me so much, and I get to play with Xianxia, so I'm happy every day. The masters, standing beside them, look at Ji Yu Changge, secretly assessing him. With Ji Yu Changge's terrifying level of power right now, even if us old geezers joined forces, we wouldn't even be able to touch the hem of his clothes. After the greetings, The whole group joins in a grand feast. Gu Xianxia, for reasons unknown, grabs a huge jar of wine and starts chugging it down. Surprised, Gu Changge suddenly asks, "Huh? You never knew how to drink, did you? Did you catch a buzz or something?" The master, sitting next to her, also asks worriedly. "Xianxia, child, if you have any worries, just say them. Why are you drinking to drown your sorrows?" She finishes a swig, her face flushed from the alcohol, and exclaims, "Why are you just sitting there drinking tea? Won't you drink with me?" Gu Changge immediately retorts, "I don't have a habit of drinking with idiots." She's tipsy now, not holding back at all, and hugs Gu Change's arm tightly. "I'm not an idiot, okay? I'm the little sister of the great Yu Changge, do you hear?" Witnessing this act of coquetry, the three masters freeze for a few seconds, question marks popping up everywhere as they don't understand what's going on. Gu Changge can only smile gently. It's rare to see his little sister so well-behaved and obedient. But just as she's pursing her lips, as if she's about to reveal something profound, she's suddenly vomiting all over Gu Changge, turning his face green and leaving him completely speechless.